All right,
We are live.
we are. And this is one of those things that you you never know if you're really live in the first
Yes,
second.
we're waiting for Facebook because I'm looking to share it to my Facebook. I might have to
Yeah,
refresh it. So just give us a moment here if you're watching already.
yeah, there we
Just
are.
checking.
Okay, we are live.
Great. I can't see it, but I'll
I'm
share it after.
so I'm super excited about what we're discussing today because I only sent one email out about it and I've already had people like going off the charts. So this is our first time talking about it live, I think, really.
It is,
So,
and I'm just so
Crystal,
excited as well.
hi, Crystal. I want to first say who we are. You guys know
Yes,
I'm
I think let's
Rosie.
start with that. Yeah. Would you want to start with who you are?
Yeah, Rosie, which, I'm on my page, so you guys will know. But if you're watching on Crystal's page, I'm Rosie. I am the queen of card decks. You can see I have a crown to go with that, helping people make this amazing tool to get their message out, their voice heard, their in a way that's digestible to people and transformational to people when they use a card deck.
Amazing. I'm just sharing this to my Facebook. So if you keep
Yeah,
talking, and then I'll
I
introduce
could keep
myself
going.
after that.
I could keep talking. As a matter of
Keep
fact,
talking.
I'm
Um,
gonna actually pull a card while you're doing that because
Excellent. And
one
so
of the
show
things.
people the power of a
Well,
card deck
yeah,
in
because
business, right?
yeah, I mean, one of the things is if you're ever on a Zoom call, which we're always on, right, or any kind of a live, starting with pulling a card is just an amazing way to warm things up or to wait for things to get started, whatever. So, so I think this will fit in nicely to what we're talking about today. This card is I am who I choose to be.
Amazing.
And I always have the gift of choice at every moment in every situation, no matter what, the choice is mine. This gives me freedom to live my life with integrity and authenticity and excitement because how I act, respond, and live is totally up to me.
And isn't that the perfect segue really into what this book and card deck is about? Because the
Yeah,
name is Beyond Conditioning, Living Life on Your Terms.
so
So
good.
before we talk more about that, I'll quickly introduce myself. I'm Crystal Hill. I'm the founder and CEO of Hill House Publishing. And we are on a mission to raise the vibration on the planet, one person, one story, and one book at a time. And so Rosie and I have gotten together to really make it more exciting, bring more fun into collaborative books by adding cards to them and really become very creative. So we feel like we're so excited about this
So
project, and we
excited.
feel like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. And there's such tremendous value in having both of these things because they're such a perfect pair. And I call them the perfect pair. And I think I might have told you this, but I was using in my marketing, you know, about like people with a lot of people that have a book already love to do a card deck. Or sometimes they have the card deck and then they're like, oh my God, this prompted a book. But I would say it's like the peanut butter to your jelly. And then when I was talking to my Australian friend, she goes, I don't even, I don't understand why people like peanut butter and jelly because it's such an American thing. So I need to change that a little. So whatever's it's just a really good fit.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a
gonna
really
have to
good fit.
think about what an Australian one is and what one in the UK might be. I mean, for you guys in the US, it makes total sense, right? And it's just the perfect match.
All
And if
right.
anybody here can come up with something for us, please put it in the comments.
Yes,
We would
yes.
love to hear.
Oh my God,
Yes.
really? Yeah. Yeah. So we can fix that. But it is just, it's great because when you have a book, like a book's got all this like valuable information. And what the card deck does is just take it down into these golden nuggets of something that you want to just go deeper into. So by the time like it's digestible, right? So it's actionable. So the transformation for your people who are reading your book and using your card deck is even more because they'll use it longer. It's it's just such a good thing. I mean,
And I think
yeah,
that's exactly right. People use it longer because card decks, we pick them up when we need something. And especially with
yeah,
a title that we've chosen, Beyond Conditioning, this is something we all come up against, no
oh
matter
my
where on
God.
our spiritual growth
Yeah,
journey we're at on our personal development. It hits us in the face every once in a while. It's like, oh,
yeah,
there it is again. My
yeah,
patterns, my conditioning, my limitations.
yeah,
And so then to have a book and a card deck to just kind of see, okay, let's see what I need to know today to help me in my investigation, in my inquiry to release that. Just pulling a card is just so beautiful, or flicking through the book to a story and finding that, something, an aspect that you need to hear. I think that's really how this book and this card deck will become get longevity. Yeah. So I think for the reader, this is perfect, but also because if you're joining us, your name will be on there and you'll be just in the forefront of people's minds, even more than if it was just a book on its own.
yeah. And I was talking to someone yesterday, and she said to me, I really want to do a book and a card deck. She goes, but the thought of doing it by myself is so, like, it's just so much content. I just don't have the wherewithal for it right now. So this is the perfect thing for you if that's your case, right? Um, and I love the collaboration also because it just adds so much more like richness, right? There's like, oh my God, it's like amazing. And I'm just going to speak for the card deck itself. As I'm thinking about it, I'm like, how powerful is this going to be? Because what I have planned for it, what you guys are going to do with it, but it's going to be a tool. And think about the way you can actually really help your client, get past these blocks and limitations that they have with so many different minds together, like that mastermind together, which is like the most powerful thing you could have. So that's what I'm so excited about.
Yeah, exactly. So I really want to briefly talk about who this would be a perfect project for.
Perfect.
It's all of the coaches, it's the consultants, it's the healers, the wellness practitioners, it's the way showers, the rebels, the leaders, the dreamers, anybody who feels like they're questioning the status quo and they're saying, well, we have the right and we deserve to live life on our terms. And
Yeah.
I have done that on my journey. And now I've got the wisdom, the stories to tell, and the tools to share that will make that possible. So those are the people we are looking for. If that is you, reach out. If you know somebody, like maybe your coach is somebody like that, and they need to know about this project. So reach out to them to get in touch with us. We've got our links, our calendar links down below here in the banner. So you can choose who you want to talk to, Rosie or myself, or you might want to book in with both of us to find out if this is the right fit for you and how this can really help your business get to the next level, because that's what it's all about, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're all about helping people to become visible, to stand out, and to become the expert in their field.
Yeah. And when you have a product, like you're much more likely to get booked for things, get put on podcasts, because people then take you seriously. Like, you're just not like doing something and not serious about it. Like, it really does establish you as like, this one knows what they're talking about. So
Yeah.
you have to have a product. Like, that's it. I think you have something to say about that too.
I was about to say it. Yes, I really recently, like, the opportunity to become an author is so easy these days, and I really think, like, if you're not an author, then who are you? How are people going to find you? So
Yes.
that's going to be my new line. If you're not an author, then who are you? Because
Yeah.
as you said, it's like it's showing us that we take ourselves seriously, and therefore we demand that other people take us seriously as well, and that gives us that expert status.
That's right. And becoming an author, I mean, you have to, creating any product, creating a card deck, you are putting yourself out there. So it also, not only are you helping your clients, but it's a huge transformational experience for you. So as a coach, if you're just starting your business, either way, like, that is a huge shift for you to, like, it's scary. It could feel scary, but it feels amazing on the other side of it. right?
And that's why we've got the writers' labs and the container where we have
Yeah.
weekly meetings and we come
Yeah.
together to create a cohesive energy field around this book and around this card deck and to support one another. Because I love what happens in these writers' labs where somebody has an inspiration and it ignites a thought in somebody else who
Yeah.
then, and it means that everybody goes deeper. It means that
Oh,
everybody reflects more powerfully and more
yes.
deeply on the story, on the theme, and therefore it creates a greater transformation. And the other thing is, you really do not have to be a writer to be an author.
Mm. I'm
All
glad
you
you
have
brought
to
that up
know,
and said that.
yes, you don't have to be a writer to be an author.
Mm.
All you need is a passion for your mission, for your message, and the willingness to be vulnerable and to just be held through the
Mm.
process. And that's what we are here for, right? We're holding you.
Yeah.
You don't need to be an artist to create a card deck, right? Or your
That's
cards.
right. Oh my God, I have amazing things planned. No, and I want you to think about this card deck because this is how in my head I picture, this is going to be like a museum of, you go into a museum and there's all different beautiful things around. And the experience of being in there with all these different things around is like fantastic, right? So think about that's how your cards are going to be like they work together and yet they're individual. So I can't even tell you that I'm so excited about this. It's going to be a fantastic deck. Um,
Creating the card deck on your terms, right?
yes,
And we want everybody's
yes.
uniqueness and
Oh my
individuality
God,
to really shine.
that's right. And that's where, like, that's what if my gifts is really seeing, and it's your gift too, Crystal. So you have two people that are going to really help you hone in on what your beautiful gift is and bring it out of you, in this place where again, you were talking about the community. And I think that's one of the things that I love the most is, and why I love teaching in a group of people, because what happens between them is, you can't do that without other people with you. So it's really, that's fabulous. You are inspired by other people and then you are held by other people support you where you think you couldn't do it. Then you have, other people rooting for you. It's just such a beautiful experience. And you create a sisterhood. Probably these will be friends for life that you'll meet in this
Absolutely.
journey
And
also.
the magic that comes out of these collaborations, like in previous books that we've done, people are starting to do summits together. They run high-end
Mm,
ticket retreats together. They come as experts into each other's programs, like the opportunities that arise from just within the group.
yeah,
And it's like these products, they're door openers into your next level of expression and
that's
your
right.
next level of
Oh, I love
impact.
that. That's a good one too. Door opener. Somebody write that down. That is
Somebody
so
write that down in the comments. Yes.
yes. That is it's so true. What I say about the card deck, like to my people that are just making a card deck, right? Now you get into both things. But for the people that are making a card deck, I say that's the seed. And it really is. It's the seed and everything starts to just blossom out of it. It's the same thing with the book. It's like it's your product. It gives you also like not just the expert status, but the confidence to know that you're the expert. Because lots of times we're wishy-washy, unsure. But then when you see that, or that thing is in writing, it's like in your hand, if you're holding it, like that's a whole new thing. It's a whole new game.
It is. And the transformation, as you said, Rosie, the personal transformation that comes from that, it just eradicates any, what is it? The imposter syndrome where you think you're a fraud. You
Yes.
can't feel like you're a fraud when you're holding a physical book in your hand that you've created. It's like, yeah, this
Yeah.
is me. This is what I've created. And it acts as
Yes.
a reminder for you to step more deeply into that
Yeah.
expert status as well and see yourself as that, as you already said.
Yeah. Um, and I love, oh, hi, Veronique. You're watching. I'm so happy to see you there. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or anything. Um, yeah, it's the thing is too, like you have when you're thinking about your story, like your chapter that you're going to share, it might be something that like you've never revealed to anyone before, because you might think like, well, maybe you don't want to say it, or maybe you don't know how to say it. And so these are all the things that we're going to be figuring out, right, Crystal?
Absolutely. That's where we're helping. That's where my zone of genius is, to birth your story out of you and
Mm,
to help you see things and make connections that perhaps you hadn't even made before.
yeah,
So, yeah. So, yeah, the process is phenomenal and transformational and nurturing and fun. So, I think, yeah, we could go on for hours, but I think maybe we'll
right.
wrap it up so that it doesn't
Yeah.
get too long.
And
Any
we
final words,
will, yeah,
Rosie?
you can come again. You could, Crystal, you can talk to Crystal, you can book with me, you can book with both of us. We'll be able to answer all your questions, show you. There's so much in this offer of what you're going to be getting. It's like, well, like when we were creating this, we're like, okay, we want to make this offer like that you would never say no, because it's so ridiculously awesome. And that's what we did. And we even look at it now and I'm like, this is a ridiculously awesome offer.
It's
Like,
a really good value for
it's
money. I
really,
mean, it's
it's amazing.
crazy.
Yeah.
So we also have a masterclass coming up. I thought maybe we mentioned that as well.
Oh,
If people
yes.
want to find out a little bit more about, maybe in a little bit more structured way of
Yes.
exactly the benefits and how what we do and how we do it, and you don't want to just yet book a chat, join us for that as well. We'll put it in the comments.
Yes. We'll put the sign up. There's a sign up link, and we're having tea.
We're
So
having
we're
tea.
inviting you for tea to come
Yeah.
and talk to us. But not just that, though. We are going to be teaching. So that's like a fantastic, you're going to learn how to be a best-selling author, even if you don't think you could write. Right? And you're going to learn how to make yourself stand out in this crazy, busy digital world. So there's two important things that you're going to learn that that take away and have that information no matter what. And then we'll also share with you in detail what what you'll be getting in this amazing package.
Exactly. So join us there or book a chat with us right now. And we
Yeah,
look forward to connecting deeper on this journey into
excellent.
uniqueness and expert status.
Yeah, and if you don't have a book or a card deck, like, who are you?
That's
All
good.
right, Crystal. Bye, everybody.
Bye.